Hello everyone and welcome to From the Heart Friday, session 126 with me, Jessica Brigden of Jess B, Creative Cardiology. Happy Friday to you. Woohoo, end of the week. It is another cold weekend here in New York, super chilly. Whew, perfect to stay inside, cozy and warm and do some stamping. So let me inspire you a little bit, get you started. We will be playing with the Friendly Hello Celebration Bundle. Okay, so I call this a bundle because it is a 12 by 12 paper pack with a coordinating stamp set. And this is a celebration item that is on page 12 of your little celebration brochure. And this bundle, the paper pack and the stamp set, is a twofer. They are free with a $100 purchase here in the US. All right, so that is one of your celebration item choices. If you spend $100, you can choose to get this bundle as one of your free rewards, which is awesome. Hello, Wendy. Hey, Janelle. And I'm pairing that with the Art in Bloom bundle. Now, you may have overlooked this. That is actually from the annual catalog on page 116. And what is interesting about this particular bundle is that it comes with a hybrid embossing folder. And you might think, hybrid embossing folder, what is that? Well, a hybrid embossing folder is one that not only embosses but also cuts. So what happens is, with the In Bloom dies that are part of this bundle, so this embossing folder is actually, it's not sold separately. It is only sold together with the In Bloom dies, and then also as part of the bundle. So what happens is it coordinates. So this trio of flowers, this particular die fits inside the embossing folder. Okay, if I could do this upside down here. All right, so it fits inside the embossing folder there. And then when you put your paper in, it will cut and emboss at the same time. Super cool. So what you can get, I actually have some samples here. So I've actually cut and embossed. I've embossed this, and now watch what happens. So I did a couple layers. All right, and then check this out. It actually cuts out. So this one is my second layer. This is what it actually looks like when they're all popped out. You get this really gorgeous textured flowers, and then you get this really neat background too. So it's really cool because you can use it just as an embossing folder, but you can also cut at the same time. Love that. Hybrid. It's awesome. It's like the step up of embossing folders. Hey, Carmen. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, so we were using the Friendly Hello Celebration Bundle as well as the Art in Bloom bundle with the hybrid embossing folder from the annual catalog. So when I flip the camera here, I think you'll see that the flowers from both sets and the paper are very similar. So they work together perfectly. Love that. Let me flip this and show you what I mean here. All right, and then in the meantime there, you can see I have my January host code. Can you believe it? Already the 21st of January. That is crazy. Month is flying by. All right, so my host code WMF9J2NA. That associates your order with me as your lovely demonstrator and enables me to send you my free tutorials and other perks for shopping with me, and I appreciate it. All right, so here we have the Friendly Hello bundle. Really cute, beautiful little bird, flowers, and some nice sentiments. And then that's mimicked in this paper, which is an interesting blend of colors. I don't know if I would have normally picked these. I mean, I love, we've got petal pink and some fresh freesia. They've combined that with Pool Party and then really jazzed it up by adding in, check this out, adding in some Granny Apple Green in there. All right, so we get just a wild variety of colors. And then we've got some little kind of polka dots in here, some beautiful stripes. And this darker green is actually shaded spruce. I do not know that I would have picked that to go with it, but it works really, really nice. So, and then together with that, check out the Art and Bloom bundle here. All right, see how similar these flowers are? Really cool. We've got our hybrid folder, which, like I said, it's hybrid because there we go, the die fits inside the folder, so you can cut and emboss at the same time if you choose. And then it's got a nice die set, which I need to transfer to some magnetic sheets because it is flopping all around my case. But we've got some interesting labels, we've got leaves, we've got flowers, all right, all kinds of fun stuff in here. All right, and then this is a photopolymer stamp. All right, so we've got lots of stamped. It's a two layer stamp set. There's quite a bit in here as well. All right, so let me show you how these work together. And those of you on my Creative Cardiology team, some of these might seem a little bit similar. I'm gonna do a little bit different take on our team make and take. So perk of being on my Creative Cardiology team is that with our team meeting, which is being held virtually on Zoom and via Facebook, they have the option to choose a make and take packet for the meeting, and it includes supplies, a whole collection of products. So they get to sample the designer paper, cardstock, ribbon, and embellishments from a suite, and then they get 2 make and take projects as well. And actually during the months of January and February, during celebration here, if you were to join my Creative Cardiology team, you actually get your typically your $125 worth of product for $99, but then you can also choose any 2 stamp sets of your choice. All right, so you get the $125 of product, and then you can choose from either the annual catalog or something from the mini catalog. Any 2 stamp sets, any price. All right, in addition to your starter kit bundle there. So that's pretty cool to be able to have that flexibility and get those bonus stamp sets. All right, if you have any questions about that, I'd love to chat with you. And hi Alice from Indiana, welcome. Thank you so much for sharing my video. Yes, that reminds me, thumbs up, like, share, whichever, whether you're watching here live on Facebook or if you're watching the replay on YouTube, all of that good stuff, appreciate it. All right, so the first one we are doing, yes, we're gonna do the 2 different cards, 2 different colors. Threw me for a loop here. I have a lot of fresh freesia on my work table. We are doing fresh freesia card base, our 5.5 by 8.5. Quick, simple, fold this in half at the 4 1/4. Okay, voila, that's quick and easy. All right, so then what I've done is I have taken a layer of fresh freesia cardstock. This time I ran it through the embossing folder I did not put the die in it the first time. All right, so I ran it through, and that gave me this really beautiful textured panel. Love this. Hey Diana, welcome. All right, so that is our first layer. This is 4 by 5 1/4, and I did that tone on tone, just, you know, another layer of fresh freesia cardstock. All right, because I really wanted that nice deep texture on there. Being hybrid, it really it's one of the thicker folders, so you do get a nice deep impression on there. Diana, I'm glad said you forgot it was Friday. Oh, Friday, that's like one of the best days of the week. Although I don't know, my weekends, actually the last few weekends have been fairly relaxing. Haven't had too much going on. Weather's been cold, and of course COVID is running rampant, so we've just been staying pretty much close to home. And David has been watching a lot of football because of course it's the the playoffs, because the Super Bowl is coming up, and that is about the extent of what I know about football. Oh goodness, can't wait to the Super Bowl, and then next thing you know is baseball season. Oh well. All right, so what we're going to do, we've got this nice card base I want to die cut some flowers. I want to show you that cool texture part. So we're taking just a panel of basic white, and it can be like 3x4, whatever you need. We're going to stick this in the folder, but then we're going to make sure, oops, here we go. Sometimes you do have to, there we go. Just move it around until it fits in there. All right, and then it's perfect. Okay, so we're gonna run this through. This time we are going to do the hybrid. We're gonna cut and emboss at the same time. And then that gives us this. Cool, huh? All right, so we're gonna pop these out. Now you might notice mine are sticking just a little bit. That's because I did the cheater's way. With basic white cardstock, because it's just a little bit thinner, you can actually run 2 layers through at a time. All right, that just means that the bottom layer, so I created several kits. Like I said, I use these for make and takes, and I had a couple of virtual workshops. So that's why I had to peel this out of here a little bit. It's only because I was trying to save myself some extra cranking through the Stampin' Cut and Emboss, and I did 2 layers at a time. All right, but otherwise, no problem whatsoever there. We have these beautiful flowers. Let's bring in our scrap mat here. All right, so that we, I gotta move, I brought some tea with me, and I don't wanna hit that with my elbow. All right, so we'll bring our scrap mat in here. We're gonna place our flowers on here, and I love this technique of adding some ink to our textured flowers because that really makes them pop. So I'm going to use some fresh freesia ink here. We're going to take our blending brush. Now I have designated this blending brush for my shades of purple, so I have been using it with my fresh freesia and my gorgeous grape. That's why you see a little bit darker. What you can do is you can take your blending brush to the sink, just rinse it out under some warm water. You don't need any soap or anything like that. Just warm water, let it dry good, and then you can use it on another color without transferring shades of ink from one to the other, okay? It will stain your brush just a little bit, but it's dry and the ink won't transfer. Okay, so I've just swirled this around on my fresh freesia ink pad, and then check it out. We are going to swirl that over our flowers, and the ink is primarily sticking to that raised embossed piece. Now you can keep it nice and subtle like that, or you can just continue to add more and more ink. The more ink you add, the darker it will get. All right, so you can add a lot of color, or you can leave it fairly light. I actually kind of like a lot of color. All right, and you're gonna do that with all 3 flowers here. I don't know, I actually find this kind of relaxing. Just swirling the color onto the flowers. All right, so now this die and embossing set, this is from the Art in Bloom bundle, and you get this beautiful stamp set here with it too, which has so you could stamp and cut the flowers and then texturize them as well. That adds an extra element to it. You could do 2 steps, so you've kind of got your shadow background on there. You can do your leaves, and we've got some nice kind of geometric patterns as well as the greetings. So really cute set here. Let's do our 3rd flower. And then the nice thing is, because we have already texturized our cardstock layer, when it comes to putting these flowers on our card, we know exactly where to put them. All right, so pretty. Love that. Okay, now I want to pull in just a little bit from that Friendly Hello paper as well, show you how these coordinate. So we're going to take this is a 1.5, yes, 1.5 by 5 1/4 strip of the Friendly Hello paper, and I'm using the fresh freesia pattern with the black and white flowers. We've got some pretty petal pink on the back side. All right, so we'll just add a little bit of adhesive to this. And really this card can be portrait, or you can do it landscape. Actually, whichever you choose to do. Let me see. I think I'm going to do this one landscape. I'm going to turn it because I actually have a finished version in portrait, so that way you can see them both. All right, so I'm going to line this right up on the bottom along with my cardstock layer there. Just put that right over the top. Real simple. We are going to take dimensionals, and the nice thing with these flowers here, we're just going to use one on the back of each flower. All right, then we'll peel these off and place them over the embossed section that matches up here. Okay, so then this one goes right there. This one goes right here. Isn't that cool? So it fits right into the whole embossed background. Then I did, let me see, I thought I had some die cut leaves. I have. Who knows if I have the die cut leaves or not. All right, I was supposed to. I have, in the meantime, I do have the label die. Oh, there's my dies. All right, so I'm using this long die that comes in here for a nice little banner, and that will fit with the "Thanks for making me happy" sentiment. So let's peel this off here. All right, I'm just gonna lay it onto my work surface because that way I don't stretch it or change it, you know, bend it anyway. And I'm just gonna put my block right on top. All right, and let's go ahead, we'll stamp that with our fresh freesia. Oops, make sure I get, it's a nice thing about photopolymer, you can see through it. You can see if you got enough ink everywhere. Isn't that beautiful? Thanks for making me happy. All right, we'll put a couple of dimensionals on the back of this. You guys think I finally took that old nail polish off and put snazzy new nails on there. Woohoo! All right, so I'm gonna make this label go right here, kind of across the center, and you can slip your, if you want, slip your flowers right there. You can have it so that the flowers kind of overlap if you want. All right, or you can put it right over the top. I think I'm gonna have it overlap just a little bit. All right, there you go. Okay, and then, all right, might have to grab the extra leaves, but what they are is there's a nice leaf die. Where did my dies go? Here we go. And so it's a two-piece. Die cuts them both at the same time, which is really nice. And you could do a nice bright pop of color like the Granny Apple Green, or you could pull in some Pool Party. Go for a nice subtle effect here. We can attach these with some mini glue dots here. All right, so I'm just gonna put them just kind of right in the center. Here's the other one. So this is fun. During our team meeting, we had done a card similar to this. And the fun thing is everybody chose a little bit different layout, which is kind of cool. All right, so you can kind of pop these in. Just make sure that your leaves stay within the base of your card there. All right, and then finishing touch, I've taken some of the In Color jewels. All right, so these are the 2021 to 2023, and I've used quite a few. So I've used the fresh freesia ones here, and we are going to put just those little rhinestones. You really could put them anywhere, but I like to put one in the center of each of my flowers just to jazz it up just a little bit. Just an extra little touch. And then isn't that so pretty? Such a cute card and a way to incorporate that paper along with that new, or with that Art and Bloom bundle there. And the nice thing is that Art and Bloom bundle, if you were to do that, the bundle itself is $53, includes the stamp sets, the dies, and the embossing folder. So then you'd be halfway to earning your Friendly Hello bundle for free. Now let me show you what this would look like if you were to do it portrait style rather than landscape. And if you changed up your leaves to granny apple instead of mint. All right, and this one, if you wanted to do that, you could put your label, your sentiment right here along the bottom. So the same label would work whether you're using it as landscape or portrait. So what do you guys think? Do you have a favorite? Do you prefer the pool party, or do you like that bright pop of granny apple green? Isn't that cool? All right, so I'll let you take a look at those while I get out the pieces here for our next card. Okay, so the next one we are going to do in Petal Pink. Okay, so just slide these over. All right, so the next one are card-based Petal Pink, again 5.5 by 8.5. So we'll go ahead and fold this one. Okay, so this one is going to be portrait style. Okay, this time I am using this Petal Pink pattern of the Friendly Hello paper. It's got cute little polka dots on the back. This time, instead of die cutting, instead of doing the hybrid with the die cuts, I'm just popping this in the folder and embossing it as is, okay? So when you emboss it straight on, you've got this. You can see we've got some subtle, we've got lots of texture, but you can see the subtle pattern of the flowers on there. And we're going to adhere this. Actually, that side's really cute too with the polka dots. Might have to do another card with that and use the polka dots raised up instead. All right, so I'm going to put this one. I'm going to decide. The petals kind of face each in 3 different directions, but I do like the bigger flower kind of heading towards the top there. So I want to make sure I've got my flowers on in the direction that I like. Hey, Lori, welcome, welcome. Wendy says she thinks she prefers the darker card. Yeah. Very nice. All right. Yes, so we've got our flower, our card base on here. And this one's pretty simple. We're going to let all the texture kind of shine on its own. I'm using another label from the Art and Bloom bundle. This is the kind of like a ticket stub die that's in there, which is pretty cool. All right, so we're going to use that one. I'm going to let Ziggy in because I closed the door on the craft room and she is scratching to get in here. Did you miss me, baby? Okay, so Ziggy's in here and I ran to get a couple of their leaves I had by my die cut machine. And then we've got, so we used this die to get our leaves. And then there is a small flower die. And when we do that, we get these cute little flowers here as well. They're a little bit hard to pick up. Okay, so this time let's use a different sentiment. Which one do I want to use? Let's see here. Actually, I think that would fit right on there. So I'm going to use the Friendly Hello bundle, the stamp set here. Hey, Gladdy, welcome, welcome. All right, so I mean, we got some cute sentiments in our Art and Bloom So we could do You're a Rare Find, or Never Not Loving You, Dear Friend, all of this stuff. But I think I'm going to do that one. You Have My Love and Support. So let's peel this off of here. Change up our sentiments a little bit, but I love how these two stamp sets along with the paper, they're all interchangeable there. Works really nice. All right, so I'll grab that. And I guess we were doing Petal Pink on this one. If you wanted to go a little bit darker, you could actually go with Pale Papaya. Papaya is just a little orangier. Let's see, if this isn't dark enough, I'll flip it and we'll use the other one. It's subtle. I don't know, it's cute. All right, let's see, let's go with it for right now. Okay, so we stamped our sentiment. We are going to find the dimensionals that I've hidden somewhere. There we go. All right, so we'll put our label on. So again, if you're one of my Creative Cardiology team members, you guys might recognize these cards a little bit. I changed them up. And this one too, you can put your label, you can put it down here towards the lower left. You could go towards the lower right. You could go right smack in the center. Anywhere you want. I think I am gonna go center on this one. And then we'll put our leaves on here. And I went subtle doing mint macaron, or excuse me, mint macaron would go with this too. This is Pool Party that I used for the leaves. All right, let's see here. We'll put, again, just make sure that you keep them on your card. All right, so we're gonna put our leaves on here. And then I'm gonna use my minis. If you have your mini dimensionals, grab those out. We'll put these on the back of our little trio of flowers, all right? And then we'll just kind of randomly put these here on our, oops, come on here, stick. Okay, and kind of put them up and around. And I do want to put this on the back side here. When you run these through, your top side comes out nice and smooth, and the back side has just a little bit of, you know, just a little etching from your die cut plates there. All right, however you want to do this, put these on here. Of course, it's fun to then pull in your in color jewels and add some little jewels to your flowers here. Let's go ahead, I got one big one left on here. Okay, so then I think I'm gonna go with big ones, just to give them a little extra pop. Again, you could put them on here. So these are technically Pale Papaya rhinestones, but I mean, see how well they go? And actually, I think I did at one point, I had pulled out my champagne rhinestones, which are Petal Pink, but either will work there. And it depends on which you grab first on your table. And you can leave it just like that. You could also step it up a little bit if you want to add a little bit of a bow. Now the Pale Papaya has a slightly narrower ribbon, so that would work really nice. The Petal Pink ribbon here, I love the sheer ribbon on this. It is just a little bit thicker, so we'll make sure that we tie our bow really tight there and find our ribbon shears. Hi Angela, how are you today? Thanks for joining. All right, so we pull our little ribbon off, grab our glue dots again, and right there on the back of our knot. All right, and then if you want to, you could kind of mix it in. Actually, that's kind of cute. I think I might do that. Maybe I'll move the flowers a little bit. I was originally planning to put it right down here, but I kind of think I like the bow in among my flowers. I probably should have thought of that before I put my flowers down. Let's cut this ribbon this way so that when it flattens you can still see sentiment there. But I kind of like that little collage effect. See, every time I make a card, it comes out just a little bit different. So that is what that one looks like with the in the petal pink. Now here's a couple other variations of it that I had done in the fresh freesia. This time I put the ribbon over here, and this time I put the sentiment down in the left corner. So see how you can really change it up a little bit. But there you go, so many fun ideas and ways to use the Friendly Hello bundle along with the Art in Bloom bundle. So love these items, and the nice thing is these are well in stock. The Art in Bloom is in your annual catalog on page 116. Again, you get the stamp set, you get the dies, you get the embossing folder, and this is the only way to get the embossing folder. All right, so the Bloom hybrid folder comes with the dies. It's not sold separately. All right, and then your Friendly Hello is here on page 12 of your little celebration brochure. Again, celebration runs through the end of February. Currently here in the US, everything is pretty well in stock. I just checked the inventory list before going live. The New Horizons bundle, which is one of my favorites. I have been telling everybody. I haven't had a chance to play with it live yet on video. But if you like this, I'm saying do not wait. Get it while it's in stock. The little pebble embellishments are on low inventory. So if this collection is on your list or you want the little pebbles, they're so cute. Don't delay, okay? And the other nice thing, the other hybrid, if you like this idea of the hybrid folder that cuts and embosses, then check out page 11 of your mini catalog, the Love and Happiness bundle. I actually think I'm going to play with this next week, probably on Tuesday. All right, so I'll show you. Again, I'll run with that theme of the hybrid folders. This is now back in stock. This had been unavailable here for the last couple weeks. It is now in stock. Again, if you need cards for upcoming holidays, we're already at the 21st of January. So make sure you get your orders in so that you have your products plenty of time to receive them and actually work with them to make your cards for the upcoming occasions. But what this is too, this one has a nice floral background, and then it has a heart, the large heart die in here. All right, it's actual size on the page. That cuts as well, so you can emboss with the flowers as well as cut out the heart, which is pretty cool. All right, so I'll be working with that. I guess let's just go with it. I'll work with that on Tuesday and show you a fun fold as well. Hi, Judy. Thanks for joining us. Oh, Janelle says the New Horizons was one of the first purchases out of the mini. Yes, absolutely. All right, maybe we should work with that next week too. I've been trying to, since the start of this month, kind of go systematically through our celebration brochure and pair that with various items from the mini and the annual catalog here. And I still have a few to work with, so I know I've got to put the daffodils. My daffodil dies just came in to pair that. I have not used the Marvelous paper. That works really well with the daffodils too. I get the cute little catching butterflies. All right, so we do have a few more things I haven't shown yet, so stay tuned. Join me live on YouTube on Tuesdays at 3 p.m. Eastern, as well as on Facebook Live at 3 p.m. Eastern. And stay warm and have a great weekend and happy stamping. Hi, Debbie. I'm just wrapping up here, but thank you for joining me. We shared the Friendly Hello Celebration Bundle along with the Art in Bloom bundle with the hybrid folder from the annual catalog. Again, these will be available here for replay as well as posted to my YouTube channel. I hope you've enjoyed these projects. Super cute, love texture and some blending, all kinds of fun stuff on there. And I look forward to stamping with you next week. All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.